In 2013, a brutal crash killed a Kansas City mother.
A tractor trailer smashed into Catherine Neighbor's minivan. She died at that scene. And there has been a lot of attention focused on the truck driver, Adam Shaw.
He faces 12 criminal charges. Tonight, KCTV5 investigates the company Shaw worked for, Performance Food Group, and what they knew about their driver.
And tonight you will hear calls from frantic drivers and see dramatic reconstructions of the accident. Investigative reporter Angie Racono uncovers new details in this crash.
This is Highway 45 in Platte County, where Catherine Neighbor died 2.5 years ago. She was headed home from church on her birthday. The truck driver faces a criminal trial in the fall, but a civil suit argues the company shares the blame.
Oh my goodness, she went over the line, halfway over the line, and then swerved back.
These are two separate complaint calls from people driving behind truck driver Adam Shaw just days before that fatal wreck. KCTV5 obtained the calls from depositions in a civil suit filed against his employer, Performance Food Group.
And he's been switching lanes erratically without using blinkers. He's going to hit somebody because this is a very congested area.
She's dead.
Steve Neighbor and his wife, Catherine, were married for 25 years. She was killed when a semi crushed her minivan. The driver behind the wheel, Adam Shaw.
He's completely out of control. And yet they want me to believe that this is an accident. It wasn't.
Prosecutors have filed 12 criminal charges, including manslaughter, alleging Shaw was speeding and crossing the center line. Based on crash reports, investigators for the family's attorney reconstructed what happened with computer animation. Here are multiple angles. It shows the tractor trailer speeding and driving on the wrong side of the road. It sideswipes a pickup truck before colliding head-on with the minivan. Catherine Neighbor's vehicle is crushed. It flips over and over. She died at the scene.
When they crashed, Mom turned to the right so that the semi would hit her, not me.
10-year-old Gerard was in the van with his mom.
It did hit her.
He was 7 at the time of the crash. He was rushed to the hospital.
Scary. Really scary.
A police report shows Adam Shaw blew a .116 on a breathalyzer. That's nearly 3 times the limit for a commercial truck driver, which is .04. A deputy reported an odor of alcohol from Shaw's breath, and a bottle of alcohol was found beneath the semi-truck.
I kind of lost it. I mean, I didn't know what to think.
Adam Shaw worked for Performance Food Group, or PFG, for less than 3 months at the time of the accident. KCTV5 spent hours digging through depositions in the civil case. More than half of Shaw's shifts involved violations of the Federal Motor Carrier Regulation Act. Most are for failing to either conduct or log pre-trip inspections. Shaw was also reprimanded for texting while driving. And here's what happened the month of the crash. On October 11th, an employee notified management Shaw purchased alcohol on a route. He was off duty at the time of purchase. The next day, there's a complaint call.
The truck almost took out another car by trying to get over a lane at the very last minute.
6 days later, there's another call. The driver warns Adam Shaw is going to hit somebody.
And he is all over the road, crossing the line, swerving.
That should go to the top of anybody's safety radar, and it didn't. So am I angry at the driver? Am I angry at the company? Yes, because they didn't do their job.
Depositions show the company's response. Management testified they were coaching up the new driver, Adam Shaw, and believed he was getting better. They also felt many of his violations were technical in nature. PFG declined an on-camera interview with KCTV5. They provided this statement. Words cannot begin to express Performance Food Group's deep regret of the tragic loss of Catherine Neighbor and the injuries suffered by her son. While the evidence is clear that the driver violated many aspects of our safe driving policies and procedures, we also recognize that we have a responsibility to learn from this terrible event. We have taken a number of steps to further strengthen our safety policies and procedures. We are taking the necessary steps to keep our roadways as safe as possible. KCTV5 wanted to know who regulates semis and their drivers on the roads. You see local police and highway patrols, but there are federal laws for truck drivers, including mandatory pre- and post-trip inspections, required brakes, and a limited number of hours a driver can be on the road. Weigh stations check paperwork and logs to ensure compliance. There are no regulations for what carriers must report when they know a driver breaks those rules. According to the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Administration, about 411,000 large trucks crash every year in the United States. 88,000 people are injured, and more than 3,700 people are killed.
Any one of us could be involved in this kind of crash.
Court records show the civil case between the Knee Neighbors and Performance Food Group settled out of court. All parties declined to comment on the terms. The focus now shifts to the upcoming criminal trial. Adam Shaw is currently out of jail. He can even drive except for entertainment purposes, something Steve Knee Neighbor finds baffling.
It's very disturbing to see him out on the road living the life of a normal person when I have to sit here and manage a family without a wife and mother to help me do that.
Adam Shaw and his attorney declined to comment on the civil case and the information we learned through depositions. But Shaw's attorney had plenty to say about the upcoming criminal trial. Travis Noble promises to challenge the breathalyzer taken at the station. Noble also says this case is more complicated than what has been portrayed in the media. He tells me there was a portable breathalyzer taken at the scene and his client blew a .00. The trial date is set for October.
Angie, why the challenge to the breathalyzer test?
This is part of that group of cases where there is a typo or a clerical error in the state regulations for how to calibrate breathalyzers for about 15 months. The word "and" was replaced with "or," and defense attorneys have successfully argued that breathalyzers must be calibrated with all three solutions, not just one. So this affects about 30,000 cases, mostly DUIs, but it also affects this manslaughter trial. We'll keep you updated on that.
Yeah, so many people affected by what can happen with that.
Yes.
Yeah. Angie, thank you.